Today is May the 2nd, 2020, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Temperature is 76 degrees. There's a slight breeze up high. Not too bad down here. Going to be taking a look at hive number 1 on the left and hive number 2. Hive number 1 is the one that has the queen cell on the 5th frame. I'm probably going to take the food off of both and see if they're doing anything as far as gathering is concerned. It looks like we've got a pretty good honey flow right now, or a nectar flow. A lot of clover, poplar trees, or the tulip poplars are blooming, so there should be a lot of food around here, so hopefully we don't have to keep feeding. I'm going to close in on both hives real quick. Okay, this is hive number 1. There's a few bees coming in and out, not very active. This kind of weather you would expect them to be pretty active, but they're still moving around, they're still foraging. I hope to see a queen cell that's been evacuated and she's emerged. She may not have bred yet, but hopefully we'll get some good signs, maybe even some eggs. I don't know when she would have emerged, but it takes about a week once she does to get mated with 15 or 20 males, and then she can start laying maybe a week later. So we're kind of in that zone where she may be mated. Now those are drones on the front that I'm seeing, so that's it's that time of day that they come out and they start looking for a virgin queen to mate with. So it's very possible that we may see something. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this is the front entrance of hive number 2, and as you can see, they're pretty busy. I like the looks that they've got this much activity. Again, we haven't seen a queen in there, so we're kind of guarded, but at least they're foraging and doing the right things. So again, we'll probably take the food off of this one and then do a fast inspection on it, maybe look for a queen, see if we can find some eggs, see some capped brood, that type of thing. Again, real quick, just not going to be spending a lot of time out here. Alright, okay, here we are at hive number 1. We're going to start taking this apart and take a quick look for any signs of a queen or any signs of eggs. Got some activity here, that's what we expect. So, they've gone completely through all the food. The ant population looks like it's dwindling, which is good. And we've got lots of girls up here. If it gets too crazy, I may have to go get my smoker, but hope not. Looking to see if the camera's got a good angle on this. Smash a few bees while I'm here. I mean, ants. Okay, so we've got bees on the lid, no queen. Whoops, dropped that down a little bit too hard. Alright, so I'm going to break these loose again. Second frame is going to come out. It's got a couple bees on it. And they're just cleaning. Packing a little pollen. Not much. Pretty docile. We like docile. So we'll set this out here. Alright, I'm going to move this frame back. Gently. Quietly. If these girls get it real aggressive, there may be a situation going on in here. We'll see. Okay, we've got some orange pollen being put in right here. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera. Looks like they're just basically cleaning and maybe storing a little. There are no eggs in this particular frame. Nothing and nobody here. So that's okay. So this will go back down. And we'll slide it over so we can get our next frame out. I may need the gripper on this one, because it's pretty packed. And this may be the brood frame. Usually in the center it's the brood frame. We'll see what we got here. I want to see if the camera's getting that angle real quick. Oh yeah. Looking good. Sorry ladies. Gotta come up here. Okay, we got a lot of brood on this side. And if you look, you can see they're all raised. So it's all drone brood. Well, actually there might be some worker brood in there too. Can't tell for sure. Looking for eggs. Don't see any eggs. Normally the drone brood is raised in their larger cells, and then the smaller cells are worker bees. So we've got more over here too. And I believe we've got a queen working in here somewhere. Looking for her now. Because these are not raised, there's a lot of larvae. See larvae right down in these frames right here by my thumb. They're kind of gray in color, or white. Got some up here in the top too, right there. Now it's looking pretty good actually, I think. This could be a good sign. Got a queen cup and possible queen cell starting right there. And there's a bee inside of it. Trying to hold this and point at it right here. Got a bee down inside cleaning it out, Now whether or not they're feeding something in there, I gotta look. I don't see an egg in there. So we do have a lot of new babies in here. I did turn that around, I believe. See if I can set it down in there without making a big disturbance. Whoops. Okay, next frame over. Now this is the one that had the queen cell. At least, and it's gone. Nope, it's still there. So it's not a queen cell, it's probably just funny comb. I thought this was a queen cell. No, there's a hole in the bottom of it where something may have come out of it. Hard to say. We've got larvae inside these cells up here. Could be drones. Right there. Move the girls out of the way. So we can do this without squeezing anybody with my finger. Okay, the next frame over has got bees on both sides. Not a lot. Got some cap cells along the bottom. A few on the sides here. And some of these are nectar, sugar water, whatever. I don't see any eggs in this one. Next frame over has some wax on it and just very few bees. Same with the next frame. The next one is empty. There's a empty frame and just foundation, no wax. I'm still very guarded about whether or not we've got a queen in here. The numbers aren't exploding, but I think some of this cell activity is kind of different, and because these bees are not aggressive or defensive, almost tells me that there's a queen in here somewhere. I could be wrong. I mean, she may be just elusive as can be, and sometimes they are. I've gone a long time without seeing my queen in my hive. So we're going to close this back up, give them an opportunity to settle down since I've invaded their space. Drop that down carefully. to set my bee space. So, I've drawn no conclusion other than the fact that I've got bees in here. The numbers aren't dropping like I thought they would. I'm at a loss right now whether or not to buy a queen. If I'm producing just drones, that's not a good thing. I wish I could see some baby bees, and this looks like a baby. Real small. So depending on, see, these look very young. Some of them are bigger than others, but I don't know. Definitely a head scratcher for me. I have to call in some professional advice. And we'll kill that ant while we're here. Since I knocked the weeds over down here. Well, that one's touching again. To get it out of the way, then ants can't reach it. Okay, again, we'll put the inner cover on so that the entrance is in the front. Girls like that. And it does give them a little bit of fresh air. A little bit of a breathing hole. Okay, we're not going to be putting the food back on, so I'm going to leave that box off. I'll have to come and get those in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on. Any bees that get trapped in there are going to be okay, because there's an airspace in there. Pushing this forward so that they have access to that front entrance. Okay, so that's hive number 1. Again, I'm a little reserved from jumping up and down, but we'll see what happens. We'll move to hive number 2 now. Okay, we're at hive number 2. Going to do the same process basically. Just check for bees and check for the food supply. See where we sit. I didn't bring the trailer or anything out today, so here we go. I didn't think there'd be any food left in here. These girls have been heavy drinkers, which is okay. Cute little bees. Okay, I'm going to take the inner cover off. Doing a little propolis there, you heard it snap. Now I'm going to look for a queen real quick up here. Nothing visual. Got a few bees over here on the wall. So I'm going to work my way from right to left on the hive. Take the second frame out. Since it's blank and it's pretty much void of any activity. Set it right there. Next frame over has got some wax on it. It's all new wax. Girls are attending to it. Next frame over. Now they are doing some propolis work. They're gluing everything together. Not much activity here. A few bees. Slide this over. Get it out of their way. Might be gripper time since they're climbing up on top. Nothing on the back side to speak of, just a few bees. This side looks like it's kind of busy at the top. And yes, it is. Okay, there's a ton of nectar, some pollen. It's like nectar over here, shiny stuff. Looking for eggs. That's some different colored nectar there. I mean pollen. Really bright orange. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Okay, we'll get them back in the hive. I didn't see anything that looked like a queen and no eggs. The numbers are up because I got bees on this frame too, so I've got maybe the same amount of bees anyway. This frame is real heavy, so it's got, we must have a queen in here because this is all brood. These are brood cells and they're not drones. Looking for a queen. See larvae down inside this cell right here. Some more larvae right here. So we are making babies. Now where she's at, I don't know. We're going to look on the other side. Just to see. Maybe she's over here. There's more eggs on this side. I mean more larvae. They're packing in the stores. Looking for a queen. She's going to have a big long tail. She's going to be almost twice the size of any of these. And her thorax, her back in the center, has no hair. All the rest of them have hair, so her back is going to be real shiny. I do not see her. Trying to catch some light while I'm here. This is good news. It's excellent news. Don't have to find a queen now, because I know we got a queen laying in here. As far as I'm concerned, this inspection is complete. Because I don't need to... I could look at that next frame. Because it's pretty loaded too. Let's move this over just a bit. All these girls looking up at me. Well, we've got... Might even have some brood on this frame. I'll pull this one up. Oh yeah, more brood. These look like drone cells. So she's working at producing both. See if she's over here. There's a queen cup right there. Looking inside. I'll get the camera to try to focus on that. Right there, get the girls out of it. Queen cups are usually just practice cells. But you don't want them practicing too much. Looking for the queen, don't see her. That next frame's got a ton on it too, so I'm just going to go ahead and close it up. I don't need to go any farther. I've got brood coming. I've got everything I need for this hive to survive and thrive. I think I'm just going to start moving all these frames at once. Nice and easy. Get out of the way, girl. Okay, this frame's going back in. Again, it looks like the flow is on right now for nectar and pollen. So I'm going to let them go for another week. Check their progress, make sure they've got enough food stores. They've got a lot of food in here right now. All of that sugar water's been stored. And they'll use that as long as they don't have anything outside. But this hive is looking real strong, so I'm very pleased with it. And maybe the second one is coming along too. So not a bad day. Not a bad day at all. Again, I'm not going to put sugar or the medium box on here. Just going to put the lid back on. This is how it's normally configured without sugar water. So, that's hive number 2. Okay, hive number 1 and 2 have been inspected. The food is removed. The girls on hive number 1 are real active. I think we've got a queen there. I can't tell for sure. Hive number 2 definitely looks like there's a queen there. So we've got a lot of brood getting laid in. We'll hope for the best on hive number 1. Thanks for watching.